struggling with an out-of-control child, ODD, ADHD, DMDD, intermittent explosive disorder? Well, I'm going to share with you today how to guide and correct a child with ADHD and ODD or any other child behavior disorder. I'm Bonnie Liotta. My husband and I help families all over the globe totally transform their child's behavior in the easiest, most simplest, magical way possible. In fact, if I hadn't seen it for myself, I might not have even believed it. And if you've been watching us for a while and you're like, I love your stuff, I just want to work with you, we just launched a free 90-minute masterclass that's going to blow your mind, transform the way you look at parenting altogether, and show you the easiest, fastest way to transform your parenting life. Today, I'm going to share with you how to create a parenting plan that's guaranteed to bring peace and harmony into your home. Now, the best part is if your husband's super harsh and you're trying to be super gentle and kind to your kids, one of the side effects of learning to guide behavior brings both mom and dad together on the same page. I've seen families saved. I've seen teenagers go into jail 9 times, now being a total cooperative, outstanding kid, not to mention the fact he's been on medication since he was 5 and now he's not. Plus hundreds and hundreds of other amazing testimonials that is just keeping us motivated to keep going every day, because I know it's hard to believe, especially if you think you've tried everything under the sun to get your kid to cooperate, but nothing yet has worked. So here's something I want to bring awareness to. Proverbs 29:18 states, where there is no vision, the people perish. I saw a meme the other day that said it's going to take me 15,000 hours to get there because my toddler wants to do things himself. Now, I know we live in a busy world. We want immediate gratification, but really, we need to look at our toddlers and our children, no matter what age, as little genius spirits looking to navigate the world in the best way that they know how. When a baby is born, they're born with a blank slate. They're not born with behavior disorders. There's nothing chemically wrong with your child, but every word, every thought, every action, every facial expression, every tone, every look, everything matters. And this whole gentle parenting thing, telling a toddler when they're whining that they're not being nice and to drag them over to a timeout until they're ready to be nice means nothing. A child can't think like you. They don't see the world the same way that we do. They can't possibly. A 2-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, 21-year-old living in your basement, it just means that they're missing certain life skills. And unless we get this and take the time to actually show them what to do, their life for the rest of their lives, it's not going to be a very good one. Are you with me on this? So number one, when we do too much for our kids that they should be doing themselves, like clipping their own nails, brushing their own teeth, putting on their own socks, making their own dinner, getting up and out the door on time, all by themselves, these things are empowering. Now, I know you're asking, well, I've tried to get them to do that, but how do you get them to do that? So there's 2 things. Either they don't know how to do, and we need to actually show them, or they don't want to, and they need some internal motivation. Doesn't that just make sense? And by the end of this video, I'm going to take all of these pieces and put them together for you so it totally makes sense. All right, so number 1, we do too much for our kids, things that they should be doing on their own, because the only thing that makes a child feel good about themselves is doing something, finishing it, being successful at it, and being able to show off their greatness. And if they never have an opportunity to show off their greatness, if mom does everything, then they kind of feel like, my life has no meaning. And that's a really sad place to be, don't you think? Here's a controversial one, telling them no. No, you can't have ice cream because dinner's in 10 minutes. No, you can't go for your sleepover because you didn't do your homework. I get it, and you're totally right. Dinner is in 10 minutes, and they didn't do their homework. The problem is, where there is no vision, people perish. Your child needs a vision on how they can make the ice cream show up. They need a vision on how to make the sleepover happen. They need a vision on how they can play a video game all night long, or whatever it is that they're asking for. And the third thing that we do is we've been taught to get on their eye level and to just talk things through of why you can't have that sleepover or why you can't play all night on a video game. Now, the problem with that is, again, the kids can't see the world the same way that you do. They don't even have the ability for abstract thinking until at least the age of 13, So trying to explain to a toddler, that's not nice. And we need to be nice to people because that's how you make friends. Just whoop. So how do you take all these pieces for a toddler that's out of control? Anytime they go to reach for something or do something, you give them the opportunity to do it all by themselves. Now, we have a 22-month-old granddaughter, and she likes to cook with me. So the first thing that I did when she was about 12 or 13 months old is I taught her what hot means. She will not ever touch a hot burner, whether I'm in the room or out of the room. Now, if your child is 8 years old and you're still plating their meals for them, well, when's a good time to show your child how to start plating their own meals? You can always have a master family plan. So whatever you take on your plate, you can always go back and get more. But whatever you take, you eat that if you want the ice cream. So you have a 14-year-old who's refusing to go to school. Okay, well, you can refuse to go to school if you want to, but what you're telling me is now you're ready to pay rent, which means Wi-Fi, cell phone, internet, games, everything gets turned off and you can start making things happen on your own. Number one, what we're doing is we're trusting in our child's ability more than their disability. We start setting up parent-approved plans and believe that they can take the correct action. Your 5, 6, 7-year-old can have an alarm, can get up on time, can get ready for school and out the door without you ever saying a word when we create the right environment. So whether you have a 2-year-old or a 21-year-old living in your basement, 3 things are going to make a huge difference. First of all, they need the opportunity to experience life with a trusted advisor, not a warden. When you become their trusted advisor and you encourage them to earn their own goals and encourage them to earn privileges, they will start looking at you as if you are their greatest hero in life. And I know because we see it happen every single day. You offer a parent-approved plan and you give your child some vision on, okay, I might not want to do it, but I know that if I want this to happen, this is the action that I must take. And instead of sitting and talking things through, thinking that your child's actually learning something, you're going to start asking questions for deeper understanding. And your whole focus is going to be, what life skill does my child need in order to have a successful life? So if you have an ADHD child, well, what life skill do they need to learn? They need to practice to focus. They need to practice self-control. Same with oppositional defiant disorder. They need to practice self-control, self-discipline. They just need to learn how to make things show up in their life in a more positive and proactive way. This is how the world works. And right now we've been lying to our kids. We haven't been telling them the truth of how the world works. They look at you as if you are everything. You are where the money comes from. You are the person that tells them yes or no. You're the person that can give or take away. But like, what does their life matter? Now, we help parents create this master plan and a mentorship program because we have years and years and years and years and years worth of conditioning that a child needs a negative consequence when they take a negative action. The problem is if we've never taken the time to show them the proactive action or the positive action, then that's literally child abuse. Your child just wants to be like you and do what you do. And they have no idea what it means to pay a mortgage, have a job, raise 3 kids, get out the door on time. They don't know, but they're looking to experience life and they're counting on you to be their trusted advisor. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, this makes so much sense, but give me more, right over here is a video called, What If My Child Is Just Defiant and Won't Do Anything I Ask?